Let me start with the first interview partner. I'm so excited. He's actually recently a TV star now in German talk shows. He is the youngest foreign minister. He is the youngest foreign minister. We're proud to have him here live. Foreign Minister of our loved Republic of Austria, Sebastian Kurz.
Thank you very much. Good morning to San Francisco.
Good morning, Sebastian. My question to you, an office in Silicon Valley is really a unique project. So could you give us an insight? How did this idea originate?
Well, this is also unique for us because normally when we open a new office or a new embassy, I have to travel to the country in order to be there personally. Today we have the opportunity to do it online, so it's unique in this way. And the second point, it is unique for us to be present in Silicon Valley. I think it's a good opportunity for us to have a new kind of exchange between the Silicon Valley and Austrian. And we also try to support our young startups in Austria in order to give them the opportunity to get in a closer contact with the network in Silicon Valley.
So from your personal perspective, what goals would you set or are you setting for this Open Austria initiative? What do you expect?
Well, one goal is like we have it in other embassies. We want to have information about what is going on there. And in a modern world and in our century, it's not only important to us what is happening in Great Britain, in Italy or in Spain. It's also important to have information about what is going on in Silicon Valley and what innovations are changing. And the second goal is to support our Austrian startup community in order to get more contact to companies in Silicon Valley and to also support them when they travel to the US and when they are present there personally.
So you have been here yourself like 1.5 years ago. Are there any plans in the future for you to show up in person again?
Yes, of course. Unfortunately, not today, but I'm sure all the three of us will be there hopefully soon.
So much, Sebastian. Really appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we're heading over now to the Vice President of the Austrian Federal Economic Chamber, Jürgen Roth. Welcome.
Welcome. This is also unique for us because normally when we open a new office or a new embassy, I have to travel to the country in order to be there personally. Today we have the
This is a recording. This is all live, you know.
Online, so it's unique.
No fake here. It's all live.
Now I can hear you.
You can hear me. Perfect. Jürgen, glad to have you here. The first questions that we got from the community for you: how can my company, if I'm an entrepreneur in Austria, benefit actually from such an initiative here in San Francisco?
So first of all, greetings from unfortunately raining Austria to hopefully sunny Valley. We are here together and I'm pretty much proud that this for the first time happens on the one hand side online together with Sebastian Kurz and our ambassador Alexa Wesner. I'm proud that we have the common opening of Open Austria with the Foreign Ministry and our Economic Chamber of Commerce and our Foreign Trade Advantage Austria network. And to answer your question, I think Austria as a small but open export-oriented country has to be prepared for the future, for happenings that will confront our economy. And what better could happen to us that we have two antennas over there in the Silicon Valley where we could learn from the best. And I pretty much hope that we got a lot of information as they connect there with different type of institutions and businesses and opinion leaders, and that they give us so much input and to Austria that our companies could learn and hopefully we'll be prepared for hard upcoming times. But I think we should see it as a chance, a future chance for our economy, and I'm pretty much looking forward for good working together on the one hand side with the foreign ministry and with our colleagues over there, and hopefully it will work out fine.
We just heard like from our interview partners here that those are really complementary strengths that you put together from the chamber and the Austrian foreign ministry. I think that makes absolute sense. But one question was raised like via Slido quite often, so like statistically significant, and it says the Open Austria initiative, is it just for startups, or is it also doing something, adding some value to established companies in Austria that want to enter the market maybe here or something?
On the one hand side, it's for sure for startups, and the Federal Economic Chamber already in 2010 started the initiative Go Silicon Valley, and just by now we could celebrate our 100 startup being brought to the Valley and supported by us. But on the other hand, as you said, it's definitely also for the established companies, because in future every product will be kind of a software product, and also every company will be kind of a software company. So especially for the established companies in Austria, there will be much to learn to see the future trends. And if we work together and if we get and gather the information and learn from the best, I think it can only be a benefit for our companies. And as you said, especially different industries and all sizes, also small and medium-sized companies, will hopefully benefit from this together network that we have over there. And as we and Sebastian said before, 1 and 1 should be in this matter 3. So in a small country, we should stick together and work together, especially abroad, and hopefully it will be a future benefit for us and for our economy if we do this. And so I wish you all again all the best for the opening today, and hope to see you soon all together. We're looking forward to meet you there in the office, and have good luck and have a great day today.
Thank you, Jürgen. Thank you so much. So we head over now to a special guest. She is the current ambassador of the United States in Austria, in Vienna. I'm very glad, and I wish you a very warm welcome, Alexa Wesner.
Vielen Dank. Thank you.
Alexa, before I ask you the first question, I have to mention something. So in the name of this community here, I want to thank you, because for those that haven't heard it yet, I think most of us did, Alexa is extremely active in the startup atmosphere, in the startup ecosystem, also in Austria. I think no ambassador ever before had such an energy and had such a contribution to the startup ecosystem. And I want to thank you in the name of the community for your efforts and your contribution to our startups in Austria. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
I think when you come here to the United States, what's like one of the most important questions, what are the differences in entrepreneurs in Austria and here in the States? So my question to you is, what is the role of entrepreneurship here in the United States of America?
Thank you. Okay. Well, first of all, good morning and congratulations. It's wonderful what you're doing there. We're all very excited here and wish we could be there with you, but are happy to be able to be here virtually. I like to view entrepreneurship as an American brand. I think that it has a vital role in supporting, and we have a vital role in supporting and assisting entrepreneurship worldwide because of our experience, because of our diversity, and of course our entrepreneurial culture. I think America is known around the world as a country that empowers both the inventor and the innovator. But there are also tangible policies that encourage entrepreneurship in the US. We have low regulatory regimes, we have low capital gains taxes, of course, as you know there, a robust risk capital pool. But in addition to that, I think entrepreneurship is just a good news story, right? It empowers the individual, it creates more jobs, it increases economic vitality. And it's a story, at least from the United States standpoint, it's a good story from the immigrant community. America has been a place where men and women can take a chance on a dream, where they can take an idea that literally starts around the kitchen table. We've all heard those stories, and turn it into a thriving new business or a new industry. And I'll add that it's where social entrepreneurship is as valued as business entrepreneurship.
We hear a lot or we have a lot of discussions going on in Austria, whether and if how much the state, the government should support startups. So my question to you as the American ambassador, how does US government support startups or even international startups?
So great question. I think it's absolutely vital that the government, both for us on a federal level and on a local level, support startups. Companies of all sizes, from startups to multinationals, can all find ideas, resources, and the markets to succeed and grow in the United States. We host world-class startups in our ecosystem, along with a great number of venture capital firms in the world. Approaching venture capital firms and businesses in the US can be daunting, but we also have programs like Select USA Tech, which is a seminar that will be held actually here in Vienna, and it is specifically designed for Austrian high-tech startups that are seeking to establish operations in the United States. We also have multiple exchange programs. I think those are worldwide. I know from our standpoint here in Vienna, we have launched a very exciting new exchange program recently that's called Austria to Austin Student Startup Exchange. It was highly successful. Students went from Austria for 2 weeks to Austin to be immersed in the startup culture and then take their experiences back here to Austria. So we're going to continue with that in 2007. We're going to launch Austria to Austin 2.0, and we'll provide the details of that, of course. In addition, when we talk about leadership, I talked about on the federal level how important it is. President Obama is a big proponent and leader of innovation and of helping the startup community. He has recently launched a program that will help folks start a business in a matter of a day. And it's a partnership with US cities to develop online tools and let entrepreneurs discover and apply for local, state, and federal requirements needed to start a business. It takes 1 day to do that. So that's a good sampling, but certainly not everything that we're doing to support the startup community.
Okay. Can I ask you some personal question, Alexa? You're so putting so much energy into the startup community, and I read in your bio that you came from the tech industry yourself, spent a lot of years there, I think as manager and founder even. Do you want to explain to us, is this basis of your intrinsic motivation to connect with this community?
I certainly think that helped me. I came from a company, the first job that I had out of university was a high-tech firm that really promoted entrepreneurship within the company. And from that, so many entrepreneurs were born that I think this company is now ranked second in the United States for being the most innovative, producing the most entrepreneurs of any company behind Google. So I came from a place that certainly nurtured that. And along the way, I got to see how it empowered people that were immigrating to the United States. It empowered anyone who wanted to start something, it empowered them to do so. Again, I think it's a good news story. I think it's good for all of us. And if we're more prosperous in our own realms, we will be more prosperous in the world, and that will also lead to greater security. So I think it's important for the obvious reasons, but it's important for the greater good as well. And I think that's what motivated me here, in addition to a robust startup community that exists in Austria that has been absolutely fantastic to work with.
Thank you so much. I think there's nothing to add, right? Thank you, Alexa, for your contributions. Thank you. So I think as this is all live video conferencing with Vienna, and I think with some minor troubleshootings that we had, it worked pretty fine, pretty awesome. Thank you for the tech team here. And I want to say good night. We haven't actually breakfast right now, but I want to say good night and thank you so much, Alexa Wesner, Jürgen from the Chamber, and our Foreign Minister, Sebastian. Thank you so much for your time.
Bye. Thank you and congratulations.